Yes, sir. What's to do, everybody, and welcome to TLT Sport Talk. Yes, we back, and we're talking all things hot in sports. So I want to talk about some football, man, because I feel like I've just been neglecting my first love, right, which is football. Okay. After winning his second MVP, second Super Bowl, and second Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes has clearly put himself in a category that most greats like Manning, Breeze, Rodgers, Favre, right, spent their whole careers trying to achieve. Okay, guys. So obviously he beats the Eagles, had a tremendous second half, showing his poise. Right, not a lot of explosive downfield plays, but a lot of dinking and dunking. Very Tom Brady-ish, I may say. Right, a little hint to what we're about to talk about right there. Right, but Patrick Mahomes during his first 5 seasons has been completely awesome. Right, the way how he's completely changed the overlook of the Kansas City Chiefs, the way we look at even Andy Reid, right? He is truly spectacular and truly the number one player in the NFL. So I got a question, right? And that question is this: Is Patrick Mahomes the new Tom Brady? Right? Right? So obviously, Tom Brady in his first 5 seasons, right, guys, went to 3 Super Bowls, right, won 3 of them, okay, actually threw for 735 yards, 6 touchdowns, right, only sacked 3 times. Those defenses were awesome, right? But Brady always had to come back at the end, lead them to a field goal or something like that, right? So Tom Brady, I'm not discrediting none of those championships he's won. Tom Brady is the GOAT, and those championships do count on his resume, right? But when you look at Patrick Mahomes, right, and you start to really compare numbers and compare competition and compare everything, right? Mahomes is truly rivaling him, right, guys? Right? Mahomes played in 3 Super Bowls. He lost one of them, right, to Tom Brady. But let's be real. That O-line they had in that Super Bowl was horrible, right? And that defensive line from Tampa Bay ate them up. No excuses I'm trying to give to Mahomes, but I'm just being real. That O-line was not the O-line we saw this past Super Bowl, right? And that's why he lost that Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying that Tom Brady still wouldn't have won, but I would love to see seen a fairer O line for the Kansas City Chiefs and have them compete that way. Um, Over the regular season, obviously, right, guys? Oh, excuse me, guys. I forgot to talk about this. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, obviously 738 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, sacked 7 times in the Super Bowl. So obviously that shows you why the O-line play in that second Super Bowl he played against Tom Brady was truly horrible, right, guys? Because he was sacked like 5 times in that game. In his 3 Super Bowls, that was the most sacks. Now, regular season wise, Patrick Mahomes obviously in more of a pass happy era. You got to realize in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, right? 2005, right? Tom Brady wasn't asked to do the things offensively that Patrick Mahomes was asked to do. But when people start saying that he couldn't have had those numbers, I actually go look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was throwing for 4,000 yards during those time frames, right? It's just that Brady was in a system. And you cannot tell me that system, right, that Bill Belichick made and that culture he created within New England helped spark those first 3 Super Bowl wins. Go look at the defenses they had. They were truly amazing, right? Patrick Mahomes, I can honestly say, is the key to the engine for the Kansas City Chiefs. Whereas it's kind of skeptical, right? You don't know if you can honestly say Brady was the engine to those Patriots teams, right? The latter Super Bowls, yes. The last 4 he won prior to those first 3, I feel that he was the engine, right? But I'm telling you, those first 3 seasons against the Rams, against the Panthers, against the Eagles, right? Some will argue that defense was the reason why they won them Super Bowls, right? People were I know Skip Bayless, horrible, but was talking about, oh, Mahomes only threw for 182 yards. I mean, Tom Brady first Super Bowl, he only threw for 145. Right? And I don't hear him knocking that performance, right, guys? So when you listen to these debate shows, you listen to these comments, right? Do your own research, right? Because a lot of it is a revisionist history, right, guys? Revisionist history, okay? All in all, right? I do think right now, first 5 season wise, I would take Mahomes' career over Brady. Yes, he has the extra Super Bowl win, but Mahomes got 2 MVPs, right? Mahomes has 2 MVPs, guys. He has 2 Super Bowl MVPs, right? Right? He has all those passing yards, 24,000 of them to be exact. He has 192 TDs in 5 seasons. You can't make this stuff up. It's video games numbers, and he only got about 40 interceptions. Tom Brady only had 123 TDs and 66 interceptions during his first 5 seasons, right? So I think I might go with Patrick Mahomes if I had to choose a career, right? Not discrediting Brady. Brady is still the GOAT overall. He's still the GOAT. If you're just looking at sample size, first 5 seasons, it's tough not to give Mahomes the edge. One more thing I wanted to talk about before I get y'all going is how in the hell the Ravens haven't paid Lamar Jackson yet, right? So here are these numbers. 5 years, $230 million, $189 million guaranteed the Cardinals gave to Kyler Murray. 5 years, $242 million, $161 million guaranteed Broncos gave to Russell Wilson. 5 years, $230 million, $230 guaranteed the Browns gave to Deshaun Watson. 6 years, $258 million, $150 million guaranteed Josh Allen contract. And 4 years, $160 million, $126 guaranteed Dak Prescott. Murray, Wilson, Watson, Allen, Prescott. Their organizations were willing to pay them top dollar at that time. Why aren't the Ravens doing the same? A lot of people talk about injury. Well, I remember the Giants player hopping on Prescott's back, breaking his ankle, and he still got paid after that. So is it really injury? Passing the ball. Every year since his rookie year, Lamar Jackson has become a better and better passer. Winning with that style of quarterback. I just seen Jalen Hurts have a performance of his life in the Super Bowl, and he's that style of quarterback, right? He's loved in the locker room. He's loved in the NFL community, right? He's probably the most popular NFL player in the league besides Mahomes, right? Like the hood loved Lamar. Let's not get it twisted. The love that you see in the AI get in the hood, the love you see kind of Ja now getting in the hood, that's Lamar. Lamar goes to inner cities and shut it down because he is somebody that the kids truly admire and look up to and want to be. They have the job. They have the Zion. They have the Luka of the NFL, but the Ravens is slipping. How don't you pay this man? Some injuries? Stop it. That's an excuse. Pay that man. He deserves it. Unanimous MVP. Go name some players in the NFL right now that got unanimous MVPs. I'll wait. I'll be waiting for a long time. Right? He is that guy, and he has been completely bamboozled by the Ravens. It's just sickening. It's awful, but I know people think in Miami. I know people think in Atlanta. But if I'm the Los Angeles Rams, I'm calling the Ravens right now. I'm offering Matthew Stafford. I'm offering Jalen Ramsey. I'm offering any draft capital we got. Dare I say it? I love AD. Well, come on. If the Rams got Lamar Jackson with Sean McVay's mind, oh my God, our offense would be so explosive. Picture it. Lamar Jackson, right? Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson. I seen Woody just got released from the Titans. So let us get Woody back, right? Yes, the O-line is not that great, but you know what's going to fix that O-line? Having a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. Not having to do a traditional drop back game like they're doing with Matthew Stafford. So, the Los Angeles Rams, go holler at the Ravens. Let's get Lamar to the city. That's Sport Talk, guys. Go ahead and please subscribe to the Leisure Time Podcast YouTube page. The Leisure Time Podcast, please follow us on Instagram. Follow our Twitter at Podcast Leisure. Follow our Facebook at the Leisure Time Podcast. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts as well. Man, truly appreciate y'all listening to this. Sport Talk is back. Be ready for some more sport topics. Peace.